It snowed again last night. I like the snow. It brings moisture in what we need. Besides, it's still February, and in Wyoming, there's not much gardening one can do outside. But what could I do inside? There's so many things I could do inside. Let's go organize the seeds. With all that snow outside, it's a perfect day to come inside and to do some of the things that I really want to get out into the garden, but you can only do so much when it snows 6 inches of snow. So in the past, I've just organized my seeds by tossing them into a shoebox or a seed tray, if you will, and what you just saw. But this year, I've determined that I'm going to be a little more organized in my seeds, and I wished I would have done that before I ordered my seeds, because I think I might be a little shy, but we shall see. I'm going to show you the steps that I've taken this year to organize, and hopefully you can learn. It might help you in organizing your seeds too. Since it was too snowy outside to actually work in the garden, okay, it's too early to work in the garden outside, even though I might want to. This gives me a perfect time to explain one of the winter projects I've been working on this year, and that's organizing my seeds. In that picture that I'm showing you, you can see that in the past I've just had all my seeds jumbled up into a flat. I remember growing up that my dad would have them in a shoebox in the back room on a back shelf in a dark, cool spot. And and that's how you want to store your seeds. You want to store them in an area that's dry. If you are in a humid area, try to put them in something that's going to seal, keep the moisture out, such as a Ziploc bag, an airtight container. So I'm going to incorporate some of those. I have incorporated some of those techniques, and I'm going to show you some of the things that what I have done this year, hoping to organize my seeds and keep them organized. Now, I ordered my seeds for this year without taking an inventory of them all and I've noticed that I duplicated some, and then I realized that I didn't order some of the ones I thought I had backup seeds to. Now, you can see that I have 3 different boxes here. I've got one for all my flower seeds. Now, I'll show you inside this. They're still all discombobulated. I put them in a Ziploc bag. I've organized them that way. These are some hollyhock seeds that I've harvested from flowers out in my garden. But I haven't organized them per se, but I did organize them in the aspect that they've got their own home, and I don't have to keep sorting through vegetable seeds and flower seeds each year. So with that, I'm going to set that aside. Now I have, for garden seeds, I got 2 different boxes. They're sealable, keep the moisture out, but this one are for seeds that I will start indoors, like my tomatoes, my peppers, broccoli, onions. I've got cabbage and cauliflower in here, but I don't start cabbages for myself. I just have a few plants in my garden, and so I usually just pick those up down at the garden center every spring. So this is for my indoor starting. I can keep those separate. And then I have my regular garden seeds. And you can see that there is in plenty. So with that, how did I organize those? But first, let's look, because we're going to do 2 things here. We're going to organize the seeds, put them in order, but I got my order this year from Seeds and Such. I've had good success with this company, but with this seed catalog, I went through my order to make sure that I got everything that I had anticipated or had ordered on out of the catalog. And it will also give me a reference to knowing what I ordered. When I get to my tomatoes, there's several varieties of tomatoes, and then just with the name and description, if they don't tell me what it is on the outside of the package, I can look at it real quick to know where I'm going to organize those. So everything came in that I had ordered. So I'll set the package aside, and now I'll just do a quick organization here on the counter so that I can quickly put those into the envelopes inside the box. I got peppers. This is beans, and that's beans. I did order a flower this year. It's nasturtium. And rather than putting it into my flower bin, I'm actually going to put it in my garden seed, because this particular one goes into the garden. Nasturtiums, I know where I'm going to plant those in my garden this year, and so I'm just going to add those with my vegetable seed so that I have those all ready. We got tomatoes. Looks like those are all tomatoes. What I do is I then organize it. Let's start with the indoor ones. You can see that I've got broccoli here. I went ahead and earlier on my order from my catalog, I had already started to write the variety down on the package. I have last year's package, and what I've done is I write the variety, the company that I order it from, and then also the year that I order it from. And so then I can just slip it in, and I know that I'm ready. Here's my envelope of herbs. I didn't have to order any herbs this year, and so I have plenty to start with. After I had ordered the seeds from my catalog, I was talking with the owner of my local greenhouse, and we were talking, and onions came up, and I told him, oh yeah, I'll just pick up some purple onions this year from him in sets. And then he told me that he wasn't able to order any purple onions in, and I like the taste of the purple onions. In fact, they're probably one of my favorites. So since he wasn't going to be able to get the sets in, I went over to the seed rack and just picked up some onions to start myself. And as you can see, I wrote down on the package that I've got the Spanish sweet and the red burgundies. So I'll put those in there and get those ready. So we plant a lot of tomatoes and peppers in our gardens. And so, but with peppers, I have broken those out with sweet peppers and hot peppers. On tomatoes, I break them down into the cherry or the small tomatoes. I've got a medium slicer, the larger beefsteak, and then the Roma or sauce tomatoes. Let's see, so that was all of my tomatoes and peppers. So that is all of the seed that I will be starting here inside. Now back to some of the other garden seeds that I have. Beans. See, this is that flower. Beans, we have bush beans. I bought up to half a pound of seeds with this, and this will last me a couple of years. But it's a bush bean, and I have the pole beans. Corn. Corn is something that you want to have a little better understanding of when you plant. And I will be doing a video explaining some of the varieties of corn. They can be broken down into 4 distinct characteristics or categories. And it has regards to the sugar content, how fast sugar will stay or before it turns to starch once it's harvested. And so cucumbers. I broke down into varieties. I've got 3 different types of cucumbers that we plant. We plant the pickles, ones obviously that will turn into pickles, some cucumbers that we just have for slicers, and then the snackers. And here's so with organizing the seeds like this, now I'm ready to put all of the seeds together. I've got the garden seeds. In doing this, I found out that I was missing a zucchini. I have the yellow cricknecks, I have plenty of squash and watermelon, and I've got everything. One thing I failed to order this year was zucchini, so I'll have to pick up zucchini seeds later, but that's good to know before I go out to plant them here in a couple of months outside in the garden. So as you can see, taking all of this, this looks a lot better, is more organized. I know what I have in my garden seed. So I'm hoping this is a system that will work and I can keep on top of my inventory and I will know what seeds I have. So what methods have you found in categorizing or cataloging or organizing your garden seeds? What works best? Share your ideas and share your methods in the comments below. It's always fun and interesting to learn from other gardeners. As I've come to figure it out, there's no one right way. There's different ways that help other people. Now, if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button so that I know that you found this content helpful for you. And after hitting that like button, if you haven't subscribed to this channel before, please do so. It helps me know that there are people out there interested in learning new gardening ideas and techniques. Until next time, thank you for watching this video, and we will see you, and hopefully we can continue to have a successful garden.